Freaks. It's Monday, December 29th, 2025. Coming up on the program today, when your side hustle includes selling human skin, plus a social experiment involving black people and low battery smoke alarms.
Sounds crazy!
Probably. And another idiot attempts the ill-advised Carolina Reaper bong rip. All coming up today.
Here we go. Come on, ready? Virginity is cool. Come on. Virginity is cool. What up? Virginity is cool. He's got it. Virginity is cool. Come on. Virginity is cool. What up? Virginity is cool. Come on. 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 Virginity is cool. What up? Virginity is cool. All right. Thank you.
It's Distorted View Daily with Tim Henson.
At least I'm not going to die because I'm a careless fairy.
Welcome to 1-800-ASSHOLE.
The guy, he's in the dirty underwear or something. I don't know. He's sniff freak.
The vagina is full of AIDS.
Yes, hey freaks, Tim back here with you to kick off a new week of shows. You might hear it in my voice. Yes, I am sick. Now, I know what longtime listeners of the show are already saying. It's the return of Tim's AIDSy immune system. Hardy har. You know, if you actually look at the data, I haven't had a full bloom cold in years. When's the last time you heard me sounding like this on a podcast? All nasally and annoying. Don't answer that. I knew this was going to happen. You know, we have Christmas every year over my sister's house now, and her husband had a cold, and he said he started feeling better miraculously on Christmas so he could be a part of the festivities, and I'm pretty sure he's the asshole that got me sick. Should I have had second thoughts about sneaking away with him into the bathroom and making out? Yeah, probably. Was not a good call on my part, but the heart wants what the heart... Did I say heart? The dick wants what the dick wants. I learned everything I know from Unicorn Hamster. No, I did not make out with my brother-in-law, but he did still manage to get me sick, so, you know, I should have swapped spit with him. This Christmas was just weird. You know, my poor mother, she's going through radiation, so she didn't want to be doing anything. Up until the last minute, she was like, I don't know if I should go. I'm like, what are you going to do? You're just going to sit here and do nothing. You might as well. I kept telling her, I will take you home. If you get too tired, I will drive you home. People that live in small towns have no concept of, like, distance. The city's so small, like, my mom lives probably like 5-10 minutes in traffic away from my sister. And I tell my mom, I can drive you back and, and you can rest and I'll just go back to my sister's. And she's like, oh no, I'm not going to have you drive all that way. I mean, like, commercial breaks on television take longer than it takes to drive to my sister's house. Anyway, she did end up going, and, she had a good time. She plopped down at a seat, at a table, and my aunt, her sister, sat across from her, and they just swapped war stories. They just compared notes about how awful both of their lives are. My mom was like, what hurts on you? And my aunt was like, everything. My knees hurt. And my mom was like, yeah, mine do too. And then they were talking about adult diapers. Because, that's a thing that's happening. My mom, who, I didn't think she would want all of her business out there, which is one of the reasons why I haven't really talked about it on the show. But she's totally comfortable talking about, when she... Okay, I'll tell you guys. It's not that big of a deal. Look, it's just human nature. When my mom was very, very incapacitated, basically like the day before her procedure to get her thyroid removed or whatever, I, of course, was back up in Ashtabula, and I was staying with her. She was back home for a day or two, and she could not get up on her own. Like, it took a lot of work to get her up on the walker, get her positioned, to go in the bathroom or wherever she was going to go. So, like, and my mom, as I've told you guys before, gets up about 30 times a night for various reasons. All night long, it's like, oh, God. Oh, jeez. Even before the cancer, right? It was just like, she just can't sleep. She tosses and turns. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. What now? What's going on? Oh, God. it's, she's always been like this, right? So at first I thought, well, this is going to be okay. Like anytime she needs me, I will get her up and we'll walk to the bathroom and go. But the problem is it takes so long to get to the bathroom. There was bound to be some accidents. So luckily, your genius host here had the brilliant idea of buying a bedpan just in case. This woman pissed 12 times that night. Every 45 minutes, it was Tim. And I knew what that meant. It meant I was going to see my mommy's hoo-ha. She couldn't even lift her butt up for me to get the bedpan underneath. I had to jam it. I had to penetrate my mom. As bad as that was, I got off easy because, I'm down here in Cincinnati. For a while, my mom was staying at nursing homes or rehabilitation places off and on throughout the cancer. But for a while she was home and my brother would stay with her and she had explosive diarrhea one night. Got it all over the bed, the walls. It was a real scene, according to him. Anyway, the point of this is that my mom was telling all of this to my aunt and really everyone at Christmas. Nice Christmas time chat. Happy birthday, baby Jesus. And my aunt piped up. She's like, you know what you need? They've got these underwear now. They're like diapers, but they're underwear. My mom was like, what do you think I'm wearing? And my aunt is like, me too. And it was a real bonding moment for them, I guess. Thankfully, my mom just uses them as an extra layer of protection in case something goes awry. She is able to go to the bathroom now on her own. Oh, believe me, I know. I was over there this holiday break. I heard her getting up, making all the noises, pissing. Patty's doing well, all things considered. It was a nice, rather low-key Christmas. I think we're all just exhausted. We just want 2025 to be over with. It was such a fucking shit show. Last year, my nephew got me that great photo that's up. If you watch any recent videos, you see there's a family photo of the Whitakers, the inbred family. This year, I got from him a Bob Ross-themed Mr. Potato Head, which I'm going to make this today's featured image because I think this is racist. It's almost like Bob Ross is in blackface, and I guess it's because he's potato-fied and potatoes are darker skinned than white people. But you add in Bob Ross's signature afro, and all of a sudden it just looks like a caricature of a black person. Keep in mind, I'm not mad at this at all, right? This is going right up on my shelf behind me as well, next to Black Santa and the Aunt Jemima advertisement. I was very happy to get that. My family does a gift exchange thing with my cousins and everything where you pull a name and then you get whoever you pull a gift. I'm never in Ashtabula at the time of these gift exchange things, so I tell my mom or whoever it is going to be writing my information down. The same thing every year. I just want a hoodie. I love hoodies, right? So I just put hoodie, size large, because I'm thin and attractive now. All right, I'm thinner than I was. By the way, since I've had this cold, I've lost another few pounds. Meat Skelton is right. Getting sick is the best weight loss method. That's hard to say. Weight loss method. Thanks to this sickness, I've also acquired a lisp. It was bound to happen eventually. I just keep getting gayer and gayer. Anyway, I opened my present this year, and it is a hoodie. But, okay, I'm grateful for the hoodie, don't get me wrong. But it's one of those, hoodie, those distressed American flag shirts that fucking rednecks wear? I don't know why these things are so popular right now, but that's what a big American flag hoodie, distressed. And look, I'm not against America. I love my country. I just never thought or wanted to buy anything that had a distressed American flag on it. I don't even know what it means. I showed it to Lord Douche and he went apeshit. He seems to think it's not right to put the American, it's not good to commercialize the American flag. All of a sudden he has very strong opinions on the sacred nature of the American flag. It's another weird thing about him apparently, but all right, add that to the fucking list. I think it was one of those Temu or Shein purchases based on the fabric type used. Just like 95% spandex and 5% polyester. Like something crazy like that. That being said, of course I'm going to wear it. As a matter of fact, next time I do a video, I'll make sure to show it off in all of its glory. It's like, if I remember correctly, I don't have it in front of me, but it's like two tones. So it's like a green and then with like black sleeves or black with green sleeves. And then there's the American flag covering the whole fucking thing. Maybe in red. I don't know. But, you know, it's a hoodie. Love hoodies. So, of course, I'll wear it. Thank you. Very appreciative of any gift. I get so fucking few of them. But that's a rant for another day, right? All right, listen. So I am not feeling well today, despite the fact I've just been ranting and raving for fucking 10 minutes. Probably going to be a short show today. It's also why we didn't do a sponsor today, just because I'm not feeling like putting in any extra effort. Sorry. We'll get back on track later this week, I promise. I am doing much better than I have been. I think the worst of the cold is over with. I mean, I'm definitely on the mend. I do have a couple pieces of audio I wanted to share with you. My friend Chad sent this little story along from one TikToker.
In my job, we have the speaker where you can hook up to it and you can play whatever you want to. It just has to be clean, has to be work appropriate. My coworker walks up to me. He's on the aux. He hasn't been playing music for 15 minutes. I said, dang, where's the music at? He said, actually, I'm trying a social experiment. Have you heard anything that I've been playing for the past 15 minutes? I said, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. He's like, you haven't been hearing anything that I've been playing for the past 15 minutes. I said, no. You want to know what the social experiment was? He was playing the smoke detector beat for 15 minutes, and I didn't hear it.
Yeah, that's where the video cuts off. Now, I mean, I don't know if you caught it or not, but in the middle of her video, there is a low battery smoke alarm going off. Of course she's not going to hear it. You know, all day long at home, that thing is beeping in the background. It's white noise at this point. She's completely blocked it out.
Have you heard anything that I've been playing?
There it is. Speaking of TikTokers, I've got one here who was very upset at Starbucks employees because every time his fat-ass wife would pull up through the drive-thru, the very first question the Starbucks employee would ask is, do you want some food? His theory is that the Starbucks employees are fat-shaming his wife, so he went through the drive-thru to have a word with one of the employees.
So you guys, you guys got camera on your thing? Like, is there a camera back there? Because my wife says she comes through here and you guys always ask her if you could start her off with something to eat. She's a bigger lady and she thinks you guys are making fun of her weight.
We would never do that. The only reason we ask that is because it takes about, like, for each sandwich, it takes about 5 minutes. So
this guy already knows his entire argument is invalid because when he went to the drive-thru, the very first thing they asked him, a skinny white dude, was, do you want something to fucking eat? But because his content is more important than being truthful or humble, he's gonna double down on this fucking nonsense.
About, like, for each sandwich, it takes about 5 minutes. So we want to put that in the first thing that we do, and then we ask your food, just so we get it out quicker to you. We would never do that to your wife. We ask everyone that.
Yeah, okay, I got you. So, all right, thank you, ma'am.
All right, so that should be it, right?
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, you guys should probably stop asking everybody that. A lot of people saying that, you know, they think you're making fun of them. She's really upset. I'll let her know. Thank you
so much.
Ultimately, the Starbucks employees are trying to get the food inside of your fat wife's belly faster, right? They're helping you. This would be also the same type of person who would be upset when the breakfast burrito was taking too long to come out. Why are you making my fat wife wait for her food? Can't you see she needs the carbs? She's starting to get the shakes. Another content creator just desperate for views is the idiot trying to smoke a Carolina Reaper. And surprisingly, this is not the first time we've featured someone trying to smoke a Carolina Reaper. That's what makes this video even sadder. It's like, it's not even an original idea. This, though, is his big 2025 finale video.
See that? So, this is my bowl.
Okay.
Oh my God.
He's packing the pepper in the bowl.
I'm just gonna rip a chunk off of this.
Make sure to get the seeds. That's where the heat comes into play.
Stuff it in there. Ooh, it's nice and oily. I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be able to bong rip this whole thing. I don't know what's gonna happen. You only live once, and this is the first time I've ever been scared to do something on YouTube.
Keep in mind, no one is pointing a gun to his head. He came up with this idea himself. He really looks nervous, so, he's not completely brain dead. He knows this is not a great idea, but again, gotta get those views. Come on, man up and do it if you're gonna do it.
I told you guys I was going out with a bang this year.
This is how he dies. Literally, he's going out of this world. He's leaving this plane of existence. Here he goes. He's lighting the bowl.
Retirement's a bitch.
Not sure what that means. Well, got some smoke. He goes back for another hit. Fucking retard. Yeah, he's shaking and he's trying to drink a bunch of water. Yeah, it's all in your lungs. That can't be good for you, right?
God damn.
That's what I was looking for. Well, if you're looking to get fucked up, try smoking a Carolina Reaper out your bong. Finally, before we get into the news, I've got one last clip that was posted on TikTok. This woman was just trying to get her goddamn truck fixed. Seemed to be taking a long time, and they were dicking her around. She had a tracker on her car, though. I don't know if it was like an air tag or something. And lo and behold, turns out the truck was not in the shop any longer. It was at a residence. So she went to that particular house.
My truck.
What truck?
This truck is mine.
Oh, I don't know.
How'd you get this truck? Six Brothers.
By the way, I'm always suspicious of these videos, so I do as much research as I can to verify this crap. Six Brothers is the name of a real business in Youngstown where this video supposedly took place.
It's supposed to be being on a test drive so I can get my truck. I haven't had my truck since the 21st of November, man. I did it. This is not test driving it.
Yeah, so in the back of her truck, they have loaded it up with a washing machine, looks like workout equipment. They're hauling stuff. This isn't a test drive to make sure that all of the repairs are hunky-dory. It's like they rented out her vehicle to someone to use.
What is... You're on speakerphone.
Hello?
Okay, now Six Brothers Auto Repair is on the phone.
Who is this? This is Junior.
It's Junior.
Bro, Junior, what the fuck is this, bro?
We have to drive your truck, lady. We have to put the apartment.
Yeah, there's a difference between driving your truck and handing the keys over to complete strangers so they can load up your bed with a bunch of their crap to move.
Okay, so why is this motherfucker's washing his goddamn
watch your
fucking
mouth, man.
workout
I say
shit?
I'm not a motherfucker. I'll do you and your mama and your daddy and everybody. You don't know who the fuck
Now
I
he's
am.
threatening me.
So
Now he's
I am
threatening me.
threatening you, bitch. Who the fuck you think this is?
I literally pulled up on my truck, bro.
You talking about this motherfucker? You know who the fuck I am?
My shit's a...
Some skinny ass. This kid can't do anything. Really is the least intimidating looking motherfucker. But, I mean, wouldn't you be sympathetic to this woman? At first, I thought this guy was just being scammed too. He went to this place and was like, hey, do you have any trucks I can rent? And they're like, yeah, sure. Take this one. But now I'm starting to think he's in on the scam. He got a little too defensive there.
I am threatening you, bitch. Who the fuck you think this is?
I literally pulled up on my truck, bro.
You talking about this motherfucker? You know who the fuck I am?
My shit's a...
We've been trying to keep driving it.
Come on, man. I ain't respect you one time. I ain't say
Communication's key, Junior.
You think someone gives a fuck about your OnlyFans page? Man, I'm in.
I don't know what this guy is talking about. OnlyFans page.
You think someone...
Meanwhile, Junior's like, look, we got to test drive it. We got to test drive. It's like, no, we're beyond that. We know this wasn't just a test drive. The broken washing machine and gym equipment loaded up in the back is proof of that.
Talk about your OnlyFans page, man, I'm him. I'm him.
Eamon keeps telling me today, tomorrow, today, tomorrow. So I tracked my motherfucking truck, tracked it from Warren all the way fucking throughout Youngstown, and now I pulled up on it because what the fuck?
Lady, I'm with you. We have to keep driving it.
I have to do it.
I didn't give nobody permission to personally use my truck though, Junior. I'm paying on this. What if? Okay, if you're not personally using it, why is it in somebody's driveway right now with a washer in it and workout equipment?
Good question. I want an answer to that.
We're trying to use it. We're driving it.
To get the gas out of the system.
We got to make sure the bed of the truck works. Stupid.
That's not a test run, my guy.
No.
This is not.
Now, to be fair, I looked at the reviews and I looked at the establishment, like where this place was at. And, you know, when you choose to do business in the hood, you're going to have to deal with some hood business. Ooh, that's good. I need to put that on a shirt. Wise words, huh? Yeah, place is sketchy at best. If you live in the Youngstown area, stay away from Six Brothers. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted up, fucked up news right now. Yeah, sorry the show's going to be a little shorter than normal, but, you know, Timmy's sick. Boo-hoo. Pity me. No, I'm gonna be fine. Tomorrow's episode, I'm guessing, will be a full-length one. And lo and behold, it's also going to be Sideshow exclusive, so it's a great time to sign up. We're going to keep these last holiday deals going through the new year, since that's technically still the holidays, right? It's your last chance to sign up for a Sideshow membership at a reduced price, a great price. Become a true and honorable freak today. Just go to distortedview.com. Get yourself a good deal. Also, you can still use promo code AIDS in the Distorted View store over there at shop.distortedview.com for 20% off your order of $50 or more. This is your last chance to purchase some DV merchandise before we close up shop. This is typically how we operate. At the end of the year, the DV store goes away until next year. So get your orders in now. Other ways to support the show. We've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. Pledge $5. Get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And, of course, you can sponsor an episode of DV if you just PayPal me at least $25 to show@distortedview.com. Okay. I've only got one news story here for you because my voice is starting to give out. And actually, this could be a DV news update. I seem to recall a story about some dude who worked at a morgue selling off chunks of the deceased. It's an awesome side hustle, if you ask me. A former manager of the morgue at Harvard Medical School has been sentenced to 8 years in federal prison after prosecutors said he ran a years-long scheme involving the theft and sale of human remains donated for medical research. See, I was about ready to defend this guy. Hear me out. I feel if you're going to be cremated anyway, what harm is it, giving away or selling body parts that you're not going to need anymore? It's going to be burnt up in the oven anyway. Now, this is a little bit different because the human remains were supposed to be donated for medical research, so that's not cool. Cedric Lodge, 58, of Goffstown, New Hampshire, admitted to removing body parts from cadavers after they'd been used for teaching and research, then selling those remains to buyers across several states. Wait a second. I'm back to thinking this guy's not so bad. The body parts were used for their intended purpose, teaching and research. When they were no longer needed, our entrepreneurial-minded friend here sold the parts to people who were, interested in purchasing skin, which is weird. But who am I to judge? I was thinking, who would need to buy faces, skin, brains? And then it hit me. Witches. Now, if witches weren't able to procure human faces and skin and hair and shit from this ghoulish morgue manager, they'd probably have to turn to murder. This guy may have been helping to save lives. And again, I just have to reiterate, no one else needed these organs and body parts anymore. They're done being used for research. They were just going to be disposed of. Is this guy really an evil villain? I think I should have been this guy's representation. If I was his lawyer, he'd be back managing that morgue. You know, maybe I could negotiate some terms that would appeal to Harvard Medical School, like, you know, cutting them in on the action, giving them 10% of the sales or something. I don't know. The sales included items such as brains, skin, hands, and faces, which were shipped primarily to purchasers in Pennsylvania. What's up with Pennsylvania? And elsewhere. Federal prosecutors described the operation as deeply disturbing, saying Lodge treated human remains as merchandise, profiting from parts that families had entrusted to Harvard with the expectation they would be handled respectfully. Lodge's wife, Denise, was also sentenced in the case. Oh, why'd we have to drag Denise into this? What did she do? Was she like the secretary? She, processed the order forms for all these body parts and skin and shit. She received a prison term of just over 1 year for helping facilitate transactions tied to the illegal sales. Yep. Sounds like she was bookkeeping. Court filings detailed some of the more shocking allegations. I'm interested. In one instance, prosecutors said Lodge supplied skin that was later tanned and used to bind a book. Ooh, see, I'm telling you, witches or warlocks. In another, a human face was sold to a buyer for unknown purposes. An assistant U.S. attorney described the conduct as a grotesque betrayal of donors and their families. Investigators said Lodge collected thousands of dollars through the scheme, which operated from 2018 until early 2020. After bodies were no longer needed for academic use, they were typically cremated or returned to families. Here's your grandfather's face skin. Prosecutors said Lodge removed parts before that process occurred. Lodge, who worked as a morgue manager for nearly 3 decades, expressed remorse during sentencing. His defense attorney acknowledged the seriousness of the offenses. See, that's not the tact I would take. I'd be like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, BFD. Someone's face was sold for unknown purposes. Skin was sold to bind a book. These people were already dead. This doesn't affect anyone in any material way. Calm the fuck down. I rest my case. In response to the case, Harvard Medical School temporarily suspended its body donation program in 2023 after charges were filed. Prosecutors said the investigation has led to guilty pleas from at least 6 other individuals, including an employee at a crematorium in Arkansas, as part of a broader probe into illegal trafficking of human remains. The news site that posted this story has a comment section, which is always fun. Someone thinks like me, snore bore. A bunch of prudes. 8 years is insane for a crime that had no victims. Moral and ethical issues aside, wasting resources to keep someone in prison for 8 years for something as benign as selling parts from dead bodies is the real egregious issue here. And someone replied, well, what if it was your mom that used her skin to make a book cover? I can't speak for my mom, but I would love to be used as a skin book cover when I die. I mean, think about it. I'll be useful. Like, I'll still be around after I'm dead. At least parts of me. Please, someone dig me up when I die and just, go to town on my body. Use it for all sorts of arts and crafts. I don't give a fuck. I was thinking about being cremated myself, but now I like this idea of my listeners finding my grave and digging me up and doing weird things with me. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Monday. Let's do a couple real quick voicemails and get the hell out of here. I'm very sorry, we've been away for a while. It's been the holidays, so I am backed up on these voicemails, and we're not going to get through a lot of them today, but we'll get through.
Hey, Jimmy Boo, it's Ricey Fighter here. I heard Davide is gonna be fucking the wingman for...
Oh, yeah, he wants to be Mead Skelton's wingman. He's thinking about actually moving to Virginia to help Mead Skelton get laid.
Fucking asshole. And Mead Skeleton, but I want to let you know that I got an even bigger plan. Once you start that shit, I'm going to be his arch nemesis. And the only thing I'm going to do is to egg him on to blow his brains out. That way you can charge him more and more to keep me out of the way and fucking just split the profit with me, all right?
Oh.
Yeah, and then if he blows his brains up, make sure you get his dad's credit card first. And,
I don't like that idea.
Tag team.
I thought it would be funny if you also flew to Virginia to cockblock Mead at every turn. Whenever he's like starting to chat up a woman, there's Ricey Fighter swooping in to steal the bitch. Guys, let's just all move to Virginia. Oh my God, that would be so funny if we all just move to Virginia, like near Mead Skelton, to make his life hell. We just infiltrate Virginia.
Hello, Tim. Excuse me. Hello, Tim. This is Unicorn Hamster. Check it in. I wanted to comment on Friday's show about the trans and the coming. You think it was bullshit. I don't have that issue. I mean, if I come, I don't get that sensitive gibberish. I just get soft. A rare occasion, I'm able to come a second time, but that's very rare.
Wow.
It happened when I was in my 20s. I had this girlfriend, man. She had a nice pussy. Some girls just have a good magic pussy. And with her, that happened. And I don't
Truer words have never been spoken. Some girls just have nice magic pussies.
remember another time, but it's very rare. Usually, I just get soft and that's it.
Right.
But I don't get that sensitivity issue, and I have an uncut cock. You know, the best cock you can have.
The Rolls Royce of penises.
It's a beautiful thing, and today
It's a Maybach. A Maycock.
I'm going to use it. Well, when I get home, it's winter solstice, and I wanted to goon until the sun comes up. Yeah. So I'm getting ready. I powdered my nutsack.
Nice.
My little pube.
I bet you he's still gooning right now as I'm recording this show.
Grown hair was fixed. I took care of that issue. I popped it, and all kinds of blood and pus was coming out. It was interesting. But yeah, it doesn't hurt anymore.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great. And I wanted to...
I know a lot of you guys were very concerned about Unicorn Hamster's ingrown pubic hair. Well, he's got that all sorted out. Little pus came out, no biggie.
Take a little break from calling this. I'm going to give the freaks a break from hearing my voicemails. I plan on calling the other line, but I still stick on the Patreon. And,
Thank you.
I'll call that.
By the way, that is a really great way to help support the show. It really does help out the Patreon thing. I know I mention it every day, but I don't really talk about how important it is, but it is. The whole reason why I set that up is because for a while there was like a dip in Sideshow memberships, and this kind of like helped, replenish that. You know what I mean? So it definitely does help out. Now I rely on that Patreon money every month,
And
of course, to pay
have a
some
Merry
bills.
Christmas, Timmy Boo.
Well, thank you very much, Unicorn Hamster. I'm so happy to hear you got that ingrown pubic hair thing taken care of. And by the way, I'm looking at all the calls after, and Unicorn Hamster stuck to his word. There are no more calls from him. So, that's his gift to us this holiday season.
Tim, it's Haley's Comet, and I have a question for you about Lord Douche. Do you get animated and entertaining when you argue with him?
Yes.
When you are telling us about what an infuriating man he is on the podcast? I ask...
Yes, but I've learned to pick my battles because, it's not worth it to really get into it all the time. So, you guys are my outlet.
Maybe he's doing this on purpose because he likes getting you riled up.
That could be. I've had that thought too. Likes to argue, likes to fight. My grandparents would thrive on. I think that's how they express love, I guess. Beating the fuck out of one another. No, I don't think they ever got physical. But, they just fight all the time. Like something was wrong if they weren't fighting. That's not me, of course. I don't like to do that. I choose to hold it in, and then I explode here on the podcast where no one can fight back. Right? I just need you guys to be on my side all the time. All right. Thank you very much for all the calls. That is all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660-GOD is an oh God. Spread the distortion. STD. Tell all your friends about the program. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive, so if you're not yet a member, sign up right now. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
And then when I'm sitting on the sofa, I dig in my pussy, and drink it.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.